Hi guys, it is a new day. It is a new month. So I have changed my background. We are now purple because that's what I felt like for Easter. Patterncollections.com. You just go to the website, use your phone or your computer, go to the home page, scroll down to Pattern Focus. That is where you're going to find your daily pattern. Find today's date, which is April 1st. Click on that one. And this one is going to be interesting. I have no idea how I'm going to fit this into this current string, so that's going to be a challenge. This one's called basically No Tangle. No Tangle, right? No Tangle. By Silky Wagner. It appears that you put some straight lines and then some other random straight lines until you have as many random straight lines as you feel led to have. Okay? And then in the corners, in one corner of each of the shapes, you will fill it in. Or you can put a curve and put like, looks like pencil tips. Yeah, just random. There's also a video that shows this pattern around the side here and the No Tangle, if you'd like to watch that. So my challenge, and I choose to try that as a challenge, is to try to do that tangle with this string. Yeah. So, thought process. Anybody got an idea? Shout it out to me because I really don't know what I'm going to do. While I'm thinking, I am going to sharpen my pencil. I love this pencil sharpener. If you haven't seen it before, it is a Faber-Castell pencil sharpener. I got it as a gift, so I don't know how expensive it is. It has a spot for the bigger pencils, a spot for the regular pencils, and a spot for your colored pencils, and it catches all the little shavings. Just be careful you don't open it the wrong way, because I've done that and then ended up with shavings everywhere. But I really like this pencil sharpener. That being said, let me make a border and then decide what I'm going to do. How in the world am I going to do this? Okay, I'm just going to draw these string circles in. One in this general area. One in this general area. And a smaller one in this general area. Okay. Then I'm going to erase all this pencil business that I did in order to make my circles. Okay, so now, what am I going to do? I'm going to draw those random lines. I'm going to draw my border. Really don't know what I'm doing. But that's okay. I don't have to know what I'm doing because I'm going to trust that my pen knows what it's going to do. So let's put a line here. And we're going to put a line here. I'm going to put one here. And I'm going to put one going across this way. And I'm going to skip those circles. I'm going to put one going this way. And I'm going to put one going that way. And maybe this way. And here perhaps. And maybe here. And maybe one coming from here. And one going here. Okay, that feels comfortable. Maybe here. I think I need one here. And I think I need one here. All the way. And I think I need one here. Okay, that's feeling better. Just do it until you feel like it's the way you want it. That's enough. I think that's enough. And then I'm just gonna pick a corner and fill it in. And I think I'm gonna change over to my bigger pen because that will fill in better. Change over to my 05. This one's a Prismacolor. Any of them will do. I think as long as you just have a black corner in every single shape, then that does what you're aiming for. I'm just randomly picking a corner. I'm not really thinking that hard about it. The only thing I'm going to try not to do is to have two of them next to each other. Other than that, I'm not really thinking hard about whether it's a big triangle or a little triangle, or I can have them opposite each other, just not next to each other. As of the time I'm recording this, which is actually Tuesday, I still don't have any information as to my schedule for next week. And since I don't know what my schedule is going to be, I don't know when I'm going to have time to draw. My schedules currently are that I work mostly nights. So in the mornings when there's nobody else home but me, I can get my drawings in when it's kind of quiet. With the new store, when we first walk into this store, there will be nothing in there. There might be shelving, but there will be no products on the shelves. There will be no, I mean, we're going to have to set up everything. We have to go in and put all the labels up on all the shelves as to where products are supposed to go. That's called a planogram. We do that. We're going to have to set up, you know, all the office files, all the under the counter stuff under the cash registers, where we're going to store our supplies. All of those decisions are going to have to be made. They probably won't have the photo machine installed yet. They probably won't have. I've been to store openings before, and I enjoy the challenge of it. The only thing I'm not happy about is that I'm just kind of kept in the dark here as to timing and what my schedule is. I know what day the grand opening is going to be. I've been told that. But I don't know, like, when I'm going to be working, and that's driving me crazy. It really is. Hopefully today, when I go to work tonight, maybe they'll be able to tell me more information as to what I'm doing next week. That would be nice. Okay, this one doesn't have one, so I need to put one in here somewhere, and I don't want it up against that other black, so I'm going to stick it in this corner. That one has one. This one does not. I'm going to stick it. Okay, does every one of my shapes have a corner filled in? It appears that it does. Oop, this one doesn't. That's too big. I need my smaller pen. Fill in that spot. Okay. So, I think I want to mimic this sort of idea of the lines through the holes. I think I'm going to do a Holub through these holes. And I'm going to actually connect them through. Like that. So on at least one line that goes behind and through, like connecting these. And then the rest of them I could do random, more random. They don't have to connect. They could, but they don't have to. This one will. I put that line like that, it will hit the edge of that. then you won't see that. Okay. Okay, that won't hit that. If you guys aren't familiar with the pattern Holub, you can just look that up. It's an official Zentangle pattern, which basically is just drawing behind. Just the concept of picking up your pen every time you come up to a line you've already drawn and just skip it. Like that. Super simple. Okay, do I want one more? Good deal. Okay, now I'm going to fill in black behind. Oh, I never zoomed in on you guys. You guys have been way out there, very far away this whole time. Well, at least I know I haven't gone off the page. I'm going to fill in the background black. Like that. Excuse me. If you make your lines really super close together, then so that they're skinny. Then it looks like a ball of yarn. Still kind of looks like a ball of yarn, but it looks more like a ball of rubber bands because of the width to me. There we go. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Which way do I want it to live? It'll live that way. And then I have to decide, are these holes or are they orbs on top of this? Because that will make a difference as to how I shade. So to start with, I'm just going to do just the little bit of overlap on here, because you have to do that. Just use my littlest stump to get just the tiniest bit of blending in there. I don't want to like obliterate the whole thing so you can't tell what's going on. Just want a little bit of shading. Just barely putting any pencil on there at all. I'm just going to barely touch it with my stump. Just enough to kind of smudge it a little bit. See how? Let me zoom way in. See, I don't have a whole lot of... Come on, focus. Focus. Sorry. Doesn't want to focus. Okay, that. I don't have a lot of pencil on there, and I'm just barely touching it with the blending stump. Just to kind of smudge it a little tiny bit. I don't want to make it all muddy. Just want a little tiny bit where it overlaps. Like that. See? Just a little. Oops, missed that. Missed this little bit right there. When you're in the little triangles like that, you're pretty much completely in the dark, so those will end up being pretty full of pencil. Okay. Zoom back out. I think this is going to live like this. What was this called? No tangle, right? N-O-T- no tangle. String 26. And I have decided that those are like balls of rubber bands or something sitting on top of this other. So what I'm going to do is I am actually going to shade just a little bit in here on this side, and I'm going to give them a shadow coming from that side and around like this. like that, to make them into balls. They can actually come out more like that. Okay, and then the blending stump. So I'm going to turn this so I'm going to do that whole thing like that. And then here and just do like that. See how that makes that look like a ball sitting on top of this other paper? That works good. As long as they're, all three of them have the same shadow going the same direction. Don't confuse yourself by putting your shadows different directions. You see how I'm just kind of smudging that whole thing like that? The bottom half of it's going to be kind of shadowy. There we go. Like that. Perfect. Now I've got 3 Holub balls of rubber bands on top of my no tangle. That's good. I like that. Okay, well, I figured it out. Wasn't sure exactly how I was going to do that, but I managed to get string number 26 in with that tangle. See, it's a challenge. I love these challenges, to be able to really think outside the box and to come up with something creative. Being a creative being is what we are made to do. I truly believe that. I believe that we were designed as human beings to be creative entities. Look around us. Look at what we create. Every single day we create. Not everybody is an artist, quote unquote. But everybody creates, whether they are a parent and they procreate, whether they decorate their home, cook, problem solve at work. Everybody is designed to have that part of your brain that just wants to do problem solving and creativity. It's just inbred in us. It's who we are, deep down into our core. We're born to create. And I just really enjoy giving myself some kind of parameters for that creativity. One of the parameters is doing the daily tangle. That's a parameter. It's like, I have to do this tangle, not some other tangle that I like. I'm doing this one today because that's my parameter. I just added the string to the list of parameters that I was setting for myself that will spark some extra creativity. And I'm totally enjoying it. So I hope that you do that same thing in your life, that you create some parameters that make life interesting. You know, maybe it's not doing Zentangle, you know, maybe it's not your thing. Maybe you just enjoy watching, but you're not out there drawing. Maybe you're cooking. I don't myself, cooking is not my specialty. It's just not my thing. But, you know, maybe you tasted something out there in the world and you think to yourself, I wonder what they used to make that meal taste the way it did. Because it didn't taste the same as the meal I normally have. I mean, my son went to Universal Studios a couple weekends ago, and they tasted that butterbeer thing that they have. I don't know, I haven't been, I haven't tasted it, but he was intrigued. And he and his cousins decided this last weekend they were gonna buy some stuff and see if they could figure out how to make it. They didn't, he said that the stuff that they made was very good and tasty, but it didn't compare to the stuff that, obviously it's a secret recipe. But what I'm trying to say is they were being creative. They decided on their own that they were going to go out and buy the ingredients and try to figure it out on their own and be creative. We're just all meant to be creative beings. So I want you to go out and create today in some way, shape, or form. Do something creative in your life today. It will make you happy. I promise you it will. You guys have a nice night? No? Well, okay, could be a nice night. Have a great day. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.